Aston Villa versus Liverpool was another one of those games that were just shocking. Right after the Tottenham versus Manchester United was another one of those games that were just shocking. Right after the Tottenham versus Manchester United game, I go, get a snack, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I just want to see Liverpool, and if they're going to keep that domination going, maybe it'll be a close game where they barely manage to, move ahead as they did last game at Villa Park. But my goodness, Aston Villa really they came to play, and they did. And it's sad that Villa fans weren't able to see it because what their team did was incredible, and as well as Liverpool just playing awful. I mean, Liverpool I'd say only had like two players that really did well. I mean, Mo Salah did well, 2 goals, he good strikes, and overall he wasn't really getting too much service, and when he did convert it, for the most part. But Andrew Robertson also really getting forward, and Wijnaldum as well, because Wijnaldum and Robertson were doing some impressive work rate efforts, but some of the players like Joe Gomez playing terribly, just and Van Dijk. It's like they got infected by Manchester United. I mean, what are they doing? Just very complacent, and I hate to make a too much of an assumption, but looking at how they play without some of their key leadership figures, don't get me wrong, Van Dijk seems like a solid player, but he doesn't seem to have that same leadership pull as I'd say Jordan Henderson and James Milner. If they don't have Jordan Henderson or James Milner just showing that leadership attributes in that field and translating it, then it's not looking like they're fully coherent all the time, and it can really be a chance for opposition teams to take advantage of that. I mean, James Miller was brought on, and they still conceded goals, but but I say more of a figure like Jordan Henderson, even who is the captain and all the players look up to him. He's needed to really just put the team together because they looked lost. Really, they kept going and kept playing like they just it didn't matter. I mean, you lost the game when it was 5-1 or 5-2. And what's the point of keep trying to push? Just park the bus. I mean, just there's no point. I can understand it might be a philosophical opinion that Liverpool is just focused on attacking. That's great, but it's just shameful at the end because there was no way they were gonna get a comeback with how the players were playing. Like Firmino was playing just not really odd how he was finishing, and Trent Alexander-Arnold also just very poor positioning. Adrian, there's a lot of criticism for him for some of the saves he made, but to be fair, I mean, I believe it was 3 or 4 goals that Villa had from deflection, which was extremely tough, and that would be extremely tough for a keeper to even save that. But Liverpool does need Milner or Henderson, I'd say, consistently in the squad, at least one of them, to really make sure that